Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Ngasi akhoi tawgadoriba video part china child development and pedagogy ki Ctet ki previous year question ne ko dedi 2011 ki question ne sise akhoi previous year question ki series hadi 2011 dina 2020 21 fawgi adum practice oina khara tawminasi ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯁꯤꯇꯦꯠꯀꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯦꯛꯇꯤꯁ ꯇꯧꯕꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔ ꯇꯦꯠꯇ ꯊꯥꯕꯗꯁꯨ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯀꯃꯟ ꯇꯥꯕꯅꯦ ꯁꯦꯂꯦꯕꯁꯁꯦ ꯆꯞ ꯃꯥꯟꯅꯕꯅꯦꯕꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯔꯤꯄꯤꯇꯦꯠ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯀꯣꯏꯁꯟꯁꯨ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯒꯤ ꯇꯦꯠꯇ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯊꯦꯡꯅꯔꯛꯀꯅꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔ ꯈꯛꯀꯤ ꯅꯠꯇꯅ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯑꯦꯅꯤ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯦꯠꯀꯤ ꯇꯦꯠ ꯊꯥꯕꯗ ꯁꯤꯇꯦꯠꯀꯤ ꯀꯣꯏꯁꯟꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯔꯤꯄꯤꯇꯦꯠ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯌꯥꯎꯕꯅꯦꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯍꯥꯟꯕ ꯀꯣꯏꯁꯟꯗ A creative learner referred to the one who is very talented in drawing and painting, highly intelligent, capable of scoring consistently good mark in tests, good at lateral thinking and problem solving. Creative learners karamba characteristics sida haigadoino shineba natra adudi creative learner angang sing sidi lateral thinking te yamna phogani as well as makhoi dadi problem solving skills e yam loidoineba aduna question number 1 gi answer se D si oidoiba mathang dadi individual learner refer from each other in principle of growth and development, rate of development, sequence of development or general capacity for development. ꯑꯗꯨꯏꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯌꯦꯡꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ rate of development ꯑꯉꯥꯡ ꯑꯃꯒꯤ rate of development ꯁꯦ ꯑꯁꯤꯁꯤꯅ individual ꯑꯃꯒ ꯑꯃꯒꯗ differences ꯂꯥꯛꯀꯗꯣꯏꯅꯦꯕ ꯃꯊꯪꯒꯤ ꯀꯣꯏꯁꯟꯅ every learner is unique means that no two learners are alike in their ability, interest, and talent. Learners do not have any common quality, nor do they share common goal. A common curriculum for all the learners is not possible. It is impossible to develop the potential of learner in the heterogeneous classes. Dudi every learner gi unique leibase karida leigaduineba ko learner ani gi marakta ko manabam ta leiteba mokoi gi ability su manaroi interest su manaroi talent su manaroi duba adudi siki characteristics is chungadra natraga learner do not have common quality no they do their common goal learner sing the common qualities yaute as well as makhoi the common goal su leiti shine common curriculum na learner khuding makta takpase possible oide asigi option se chumdoira natraga ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯔꯅꯔꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯇꯦꯟꯁꯤꯌꯦꯜꯁꯦ ꯗꯤꯕꯦꯂꯞ ꯇꯧꯕꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯍꯤꯇ꯭ꯔꯣꯖꯤꯅꯁ ꯀ꯭ꯂꯥꯁꯇ ꯂꯔꯅꯔꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯇꯦꯟꯁꯤꯌꯦꯜꯁꯦ ꯗꯤꯕꯦꯂꯞ ꯇꯧꯕꯁꯦ ꯏꯝꯄꯣꯁꯤꯕꯜ ꯑꯣꯏ ꯁꯤꯅꯦꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯀꯔꯝꯕ ꯑꯣꯞꯁꯟꯗ ꯆꯨꯝꯗꯣꯏꯅꯣ ꯁꯤꯅꯦꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯏꯗꯤ ꯑꯦꯚ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯂꯔꯅꯔꯒꯤ ꯌꯨꯅꯤꯛꯅꯦꯁꯁꯦ ꯀꯩꯗ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯛꯀꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯂꯔꯅꯔ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛ ꯂꯔꯅꯔ ꯑꯃꯒ ꯑꯃꯒꯗ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯦꯕꯤꯂꯤꯇꯤꯁ ꯃꯥꯟꯅꯔꯣꯏ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯦꯁ ꯃꯥꯟꯅꯔꯣꯏ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯇꯦꯂꯦꯟ ꯃꯥꯟꯅꯔꯣꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯀꯣꯏꯁꯟ ꯅꯝꯕꯔ 3ꯒꯤ ꯑꯟꯁꯔꯗꯤ A ꯁꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯗꯣꯏꯕ ꯃꯊꯪꯒꯤꯅ Constructivism as a theory. Constructivism as a theory focus on the role of imitation. Constructivism as a theory oina role of imitation the focus tawgadra emphasizes the role of learner in constructing his own view of the world oigadra natraga emphasis on memorizing information and testing through recall emphasis on the dominant role of teacher. Constructivism oibase angang singsida kamaina as a theory kamaina oidoine shineba adudi constructivism haragadi learners singsa makhoigi own view of world do adugi matungina makhoigi knowledge natraga idea construct tawdo adudune aduna question number 4 gi answer di B si oideba mathangi question na development of concept is primary a part of emotional development, intellectual development, physical development, social development haragadi concept development se karambagi part oidoino sineba khoigi emotional development oigadra intellectual development oigadra physical development oigadra natraga social development oigadra sineba duidi khoidi intellectual development oidoineba concept develop to wise intelligence ga related oidoineba ko aduna 5 ki answer di B oidoiba question number 6 na heredity is considered as a social structure ko heredity se koina social structure do consider to se kari di yingino primary oidoira secondary oidoira dynamic oidoira natraga static oidoira sinem adu ready question number 6 ki answer di static oidoine heredity se di unchanging ne natra angang do change oidoine mathang dana question number 7 dana the most intense and crucial socialization take place. Ko one of the most important part of socialization se kam kan uibanu throughout the life of person, during adolescence, during early childhood, during adulthood. Duidi angang amada loinadegi henna intense and crucial socialization se karamba matamda tawi haiba matamda angang dugi angang amagi adolescence matamse asisida oidoineba during adolescence se oidoineba. Aduna question number 7 gi answer di b shoideba. Helping learner recapitulate or recall what they have already learned is important because it is a convenient beginning for any classroom instruction. Relating new information to the prior knowledge enhances the learning. It is an effective way of revising all lesson. It enhances the memory of learner, thereby strengthening the learner. Dudi learner singi makoida knowledge ma recall to honbase important orise karigino sineba. Learning teaching and learning process tawdringaida new concept ama takdringaida angangsingse kyam khange kayam makoigi makokta kyam leire haiba recall tawbase yam kanaiba moid haidi anoba mahagu classroom instruction anoba hagulakdringaida su adagi asigi kainosina haidi learner singsida knowledge recall torukpada kanai se kaida kanani haiba matamda angangsingduda makoida hanagi knowledge se kyam leirubano anoba information hapsendringaida all knowledge hana enhance tawgudoineba all knowledge tugi matungina tugi makha continue tawragadi angangsingda yam effective oidoineba. Aduduna question number 8 ki answer sidi b si oidoineba. Adudi relating new information to prior knowledge enhance the learning sigi oidoineba. Mathangi questions na sigi part sidi questions je khara sengba wale ko. According to Piaget, during the first stage of development, birth to about 2 year age, a child learn. Ko haidi Piaget ki matungina angangi development pokpodagi 2 years fogi angang singsida kari learn tawe by using the senses, by comprehending the neutral word, by thinking in an abstract fashion, by applying new acquired knowledge of language. Aduidi angang singda develop tawduise makoina knowledge develop tawduise kamaina nu haibada makoidi senses ki through the gine. Aduduna 9 gi answer sidi a oiduneba. Mathangi question sina khoigi theory of learning which totally and only depend on observable behavior is associated with the learning theory. Adudi kana karambaga associate oidoine sineba theory of learning se cognitivist oigadra, developmental oigadra, behaviorist oigadra, constructivist oigadra sineba. Adudi question number 10 gi answer sa khoigi behaviorist oigadoine observe tawraga learn tobudi behaviorist sineba ngang amana observe tawraga learn tobuse kuina behaviorist ki theory suidoine ko dun 10 gi answer sidi c oine. Mathangdana multilingual characteristic of Indian society should be seen as a hindrance in teaching and learning across teaching and learning processes, a resource for enrichment of school life, a challenge to teacher capacity to motivate the student to learn, a factor that makes school life a complex experience for the learner. Multilingual characteristic akhoi Indian society the multilingual characteristics kamainu ubunu sineba aduidi akhoi da a resource of enrichment of school life ko resource amaneba different character mayam le rising se angang sing du school life se hen enrich to gi resource amoi du neba khoi da di different skill level sing sin angang sing da different knowledge se learn to be hale amaga su yeng ga su learn to pungamineba. Question number 11 gi answer si b oidoine. Mathangdadi creative answer require creative answer se kari require oirino sinida direct teaching and direct question require oigadra, content based question oigadra natraga open ended question oigadra, highly disciplined classroom oigadra sin creative answer sidi yakhoina open ended question oidoineba. Mathangdadi diagnosis of the gap in the learning of students should be followed by appropriate remedial measure, intense drill and practice, systematic revision of all the lesson, reporting the finding to learner and parents. Angang digi learning gap se kuina diagnose to so kamaina kuina diagnose to shi kamaina no sine appropriate remedial measures is nagadra sine natraga drill and practice to bigadra revision lesson kudimaki revision tawgadra angang dugi gap to find out tawraga parents report tawgadra sine. Adui question number 13 gidi kuina remedial measure oza amana angang duda kamaina problem du solve to bu yagani haibagi remedial measure season atoin 13 gi answer di a oidoina mathangdana mathangisina which of the following statement cannot be considered as the features of learning cannot hairagadi we have to find out the negative statement find out of the learning is something that occur as a reason of certain experience study of behavior is learning unlearning is also a learning part and to the question number 14 ki answer se dekhina c se study of behavior is learning behavior of study to se koina learning ni haiwe aroiba aduna 14 gi answer se di c se oirane self regulation of learner refer to learner की self regulation जे कमाइना refer to ni the ability to monitor their own learning oigadra teaching regulation for student behavior oigadra rules and regulation made by the student body self discipline and control oigadra sin question number 15 gi answer se di a oidoni ba self regulation haragadi angang amana masagi ability to masana monitor to bungumbudo magi learning ki kyam haire haiti as masan monitor to ngamse asi self regulation ne duna question number 15 gi answer se di a oidoi mathangdana self regulation of learner refer to sige se high grade 16 ni ko which of the following does not reflect teaching for understanding ko teaching for understanding the reflect with the base karam mano sine didi ask student to explain the phenomena or the concept in their own words teach student to provide example to illustrate how a new words help student to see similarities and these differences and genetic analysis enable the student to memorize associate fact and procedure the question number 16 can answer se koina sigi suiduni ko haidi koina angang amana teaching for understanding o hengi haragadi angang da memorize hadi particular fact and procedure do koina memorize to hairuiba ko aduduna question number 16 ki answer se d oidiba mathangisana which of the following statement is true about learning ki karam statement na true oibina sine error made by the children indicate that learning has taken place error leiba taragadi learning tawre haina kuina khangadra learning is effective in an improved in an environment that is emotional positive and satisfying to the learner and again learning is not affected by emotional factor and have stages of learning is fundamental a mutual activity question number 17 ki answer is the learning is effective in an own environment we could do and eventual and emotionally positive and statically and satisfying to the learner we do question number 17 ki answer is the b or seeing the seeing dre ki question sing se ko mathangina human development is based on certain principle which of the following is not the principle of human development human development is a certain principle the base the period options is the human development ki principle yaudabase karambano siniba continuity oigadra sequentiality oigadra general to specific oigadra reversible oigadra sini duna question number 18 gidi reversible oidune haragadi akoina not haibaniba ko reverse torpa yadeba ko human development se duna question number 18 gi answer di d oideba the main purpose of assessment should be assessment ki main purpose se kari oidoinu sini to point out the error to the learner ki error puthok padu oigadra measure the achievement of learner ki achievement the measure to oigadra to decide if the students should be promoted to the next class ko koina assessment oraga angang si next class ta promote to budu gi decision laguduira to diagnose and remedy gap in learner angang dugi gap kyam leibano haibsu diagnose tawraga so khang particular gap leirido khoina remedy to bigadra haidi help to bigadra karambu oidoino sine ba khoi assessment gi purpose 19 gi se d si oidoine khoina particular angang gi problem to diagnose tawrani aduga solution remedy pb help to bidoine ba angang singna khangdriba knowledge gap leirido khoina khanghanna hona duine ba 19 gi d oireka question number 20 na centrally sponsored scheme of integrated education for the disabled student aim at providing educational opportunity to children with disabilities in regular school, special school, open school or blind relief association school. So question number 20 ki answer sidi A oidoiba regular school sinsidani ko akoigi na centrally sponsored scheme that is integrated education for disabled schools since regular school sinsigini. Mathangina, which of the following is not a sign of reading difficulty among the young learner? Ko reading difficulty young learners in the reading difficulty oidaba science karambanoba. Didi letter and word recognition oigadra, reading speed and fluency oigadra, understanding word and ideas oigadra, spelling consistency oigadra. So question number 21 ge answer is C oidaba, understanding word and ideas reading difficulty ki side nativa. A teacher want to give gifted a teacher want the gifted children to her class to achieve their potential. Which of the following should not do to achieve her objective? Teach them to enjoy non-academic activity, teach them to manage the stress, segregate them poor from their peer for special attention, challenge them to enhance their creativity. So question number 22 ki answer is segregate them for their peer for special attention. Haidi sigisida hangiba question sidi not never. Karamba ozaduna tawroidabanu sineba. Adoidi akoina magi peer special attention fangnabedamakta magi peer singsidagi segregate tawgadaba natebako. Duna 22 ki answer is C oirani. Which of the following is not the characteristic features of intrinsically motivated children? Manungdagi motivate oirapasi characteristic oidaba. Ko sidi puthurisi intrinsically motivate oidaba characteristic haveneba. They always succeed, they enjoy doing their work, they display a high level of energy while working, they like challenging tasks. Ko adudi question number 23 gi answer se E si oidoineba. Every time mo is success oini haina leitiba. Ko 23 gi di A. Mathangina, which of the following is not an appropriate tool for formative assessment? Formative assessment gi tool nattaba karambanu sinema assignment oigadra, oral question oigadra, term test oigadra, quiz and game oigadra sinema. So question number 24 gi answer di term test oidoineba. Formative assessment haidi ongoing assessment nebo ko. Haidi teaching and learning process tawringai da low assessment se koina formative assessment haiba. Adu ide koina term test low roi sisina question number 24 gi answer sina C si oidoineba. Learners should not be encouraged to ask many questions as possible both inside and outside the classroom. Actively interact with other learner in group work, participate is many co-curricular activity and possibly memorize all the answers to question which the teacher may ask. Question number 25 ki answer di oidoni not haibani ko learner amada encourage tawroidaba se kaino haibada question and answer memorization to bose asi se khoina encourage tawgadaba nati ko adun 25 ki answer di oirani. Irfan break toys and dismantle them to explore their component. What should you do? Never let Irfan play with toys. Always give close watch. Encourage his inquisitive nature and generalize his energy. Make him understand the toy should not be broken. Question number 26 ki answer di encourage his inquisitive nature and generalize his energy. 26 ki di C si oidonya. The statement men are generally more intelligent than women is true, may be true. So the gender bias is true for the different domains of intelligence. Question number 27 ki answer di general bias never sigiside. Understanding the principle of development of child help the teacher identifying the social status of the learner, identifying the economic background of the learner, rationalizing why the learner ought to be taught, effectively catering to the different learning style of learner. So question number 28 ki answer di effectively catering to the different learning style of the learners in Mathangina, Christina took her class for the field trip and after coming back, she discussed the trip with her student. It may be answer say assessment of learning oigadra, assessment for learning oigadra, assessment learning for assessment oigadra, learning of assessment oigadra sineba. Question number 29 ki answer is the assessment for learning neba. Mathangina, a statement, an important precondition for the proper development of a child is ensuring her or his healthy physical development is untrue as the physical development does not affect the other domain of development in any way. may be incorrect as development varied for individual to individual is true because the physical development occupied the topmost place in the sequence of development is true because physical development is interrelated with other domain of development. So question number 30 ꯒꯤ ꯑꯟꯁꯔꯁꯤꯗꯤ D ꯑꯣꯏꯗꯣꯏꯅꯦꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯤꯔꯤꯕ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯦꯠꯃꯦꯟꯁꯦ ꯆꯨꯝꯃꯦꯕ ꯀꯩꯒꯤꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗ ꯐꯤꯖꯤꯀꯦꯜ ꯗꯦꯕꯂꯞꯃꯦꯟꯁꯦ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯗꯣꯃꯦꯟꯒ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯔꯤꯂꯦꯇꯦꯠ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ 30 ꯒꯤ ꯑꯟꯁꯔꯁꯦ D ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯅꯤ ꯁꯣ ꯉꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯀꯣꯏꯁꯟ 30 ꯁꯤꯅ ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯦ ꯊꯦꯡꯛ ꯌꯨ